So those of you that either follow me on YouTube or follow me in my groups on Facebook, you know that I make various tutorials and that I also put together these supply kits. And various people had suggested that I figure out a way to combine the two. So that's what I've done in this particular junk journal. This is a journal here that you can make even if you are a beginner. And the way that you are going to be able to make this journal is that I am going to walk you through step by step. And not only will you have a tutorial that will show you how to make it, but what happens sometimes is they'll show you how to make something, but then you don't have the exact paper or the envelope or whatever it is that they're using, and then you lose your confidence because you don't have the exact same thing that they have. And I understand that, because when I was very first starting, I would watch videos and I'm going, I don't know how to apply that to the stuff that I have. So in combining the video, I also put together the kit that makes this particular journal. Now, I'm not talking about a digital download. These are the tangible supplies to make this kit. And because I do a lot of recycling and do the junk journals, I made sure I went through my stash and I made sure I had enough of each type of piece that I'm putting in here to make several of these kits. So let me show you very quickly what you're going to be making. First of all, you're going to be making a hard bound journal, first of all. And the kind of binding that we're going to do, it's going to be the hidden type of binding. So, but as you see the workshop, you will be instructed. If you want to do the other kind, I will give you several options on the type of binding that you can do. But the one I made is the hidden one. Now all of these pieces you see, the paper, everything is in the kit. And like I say, you're going to have three, I believe, yes, 3 signatures. And I think there are about 10 or 11 pages. So that means, what does that come to? I always get confused. Let's say there's 10, 20, 40 sides, right? Yeah, I think so. And you have 3 of those. So you're 120, right? I don't know. You guys figure it out. But anyway, there are book pages, we have envelopes, there's handmade papers. We show you, if you're a beginner, you know, how to work with napkins and tissue paper and fabric and different types of papers, some that might be a little more challenging than others because they may be thinner. But what we can do so that they can be used, so that we can recycle. We have some vellum that is in the kit, and of course pieces of fabric. We have dictionary pages and some pages from Bird and Bloom. I thought I would have this be kind of, you know, a garden or floral theme, because that's kind of generic and it's appealing to most people. Show how to use packaging and recycle that. Using up our little tiny bits and pieces. Again, here is some of the tissue paper. Some more packaging. Some from the magazine. From the book. Again, using our little bits and pieces. Napkin. So if you have never made a junk journal, or you're new at making junk journaling, or if you just enjoy buying my kits, then you will have a lot of fun with this, because this is what you'll be making. And everything that's in this journal right here will be in your kit that you will receive. And there you go. Now, after I made this, I still had all of this stuff left over. So there's still stuff left over for, you know, a mini journal. I have all of this left over. And I still may put it in there as I make this my own, but I wanted to stop the journal at a certain point so that we could work and make this together. And then once we reach the point where this journal is at right now, then you would start making it more your own. So let me show you real quick, famous last words, real quick, what's in the kit. And let's try and move through that quickly. These are the papers that are in there. And like I say, let's just go through this quickly. You've got papers to dictionaries. We have handmade paper. Came out of a book. We have cardstock. I have real cheapy type paper that's almost like newspaper type paper. Show you how we can incorporate that. I had a really cute children's like fairy tale book, and we have a couple of pages in there for everybody. Maybe tickets. We can see how we work that in. Some scrapbook paper, graph paper, ledger paper, writing paper, stuff out of calendar, some of the birds in bloom, tissue paper, napkins, regular old writing paper, some stuff from magazine, book, some magazine, pieces of scrapbook paper, packaging, small pieces of paper, more packaging, envelope, receipt papers, and you get the idea. A little bit of everything. Dictionary. Alright, so those are the papers. And then a lot of you know that I like to put different types of fabrics and different little doodads in my kits. And so here are some pieces of fabric. Now these little squares, everybody's will be different, but you'll have the same amount. There are some scraps of ribbons. I have a little bit of washi tape that'll go in there. Some pieces of lace, different variety. Hello, that got stuck in there. A little plate, nameplate, just little pieces of dangly things, a button. Threw this in, not sure what we'll do with that. Some more trim, some more handmade paper, more pieces of fabric, more trim, another piece of fabric, some more lace, and some pattern paper. So that will all be included in your kit. And then some smaller pieces to play with. And some pieces of embossed paper, some handmade paper. More packaging. Pieces of paper, more packaging. Different things that we can incorporate and make tags with. See what we can do. A little bit of cardboard. Some more handmade paper, a little envelope. You can cut those into tags. These are the vellum tags. Here is some map, things we can make little tags out of also. More packaging. And there you go. All of that is included in your junk journal also. Now, to make it easier to follow the instructions, I am including the exact same size of book in all of the kits. It's this exact same size. And so all the instructions will be very clear. In there, there will be some paper that, and these will all be different. Some paper that's going to be covering up the inside of your book, some leftover of the scraps. This will be, you'll learn how to use this in the binding that we're going to be doing, and you'll get also a template so that you know where to put your holes for your pamphlet stitch, and then also some material to do your binding. So with all of this material, the paper, the fabric, and the ephemera, and the book, and all of that, you will be able to make this journal for yourself. And I will always be available if you have some problems. You know, I have various Facebook pages. I have my Etsy shop. I also have this YouTube channel. So what I thought we would do is either incorporate it into one of my Facebook pages or just create a different one for just the ones that purchase this kit. Again, this is really a good kit for you to start with. If you've never done a journal before and you're intimidated and you think you cannot do it, I promise you, you can make this. I promise you. Just follow directions and you can make this. So I hope that those of you that have been asking for this, that this will help you in progressing in the making of your journals and have some fun and not just be looking at the kits and drooling and wish you could buy them and not knowing what to do with all the papers in there. So this will be a comprehensive workshop along with the kit all put together so that you end up with this.